What's up, boys? It's a nostalgic gaming channel, back at it again with some Legend of Alon Dar content. If you guys remember from the last episode, we went from Dagon to Whitewater Gorge, disappointed by the books, Journal Chapter 3, moorlet eggs. That's a quick recap. Let's get back to it here with some Legend of Alon Dar gameplay. Alright, so remember we're trying to find that big baddie, the big monster. I don't remember what it's called, but you're trolling through the desert here, trying to find all the collectibles we have. Look, there's a moorlet egg. And wasting time on some lurkers here, killing them in almost no time. I can't believe they would even send those against me anymore, right? Ooh, moorlet egg number 7. Glad that I found that. Yeah, I was super disappointed by Whitewater Gorge. I thought there'd be some cool NPCs, or that guy would answer my question, or I'd get some new items because they've been building it up the entire time. And really, I just was filled with disappointment. Alright, and here's our first instance of fighting moorlets. They're pretty strong and they can poison you, which stuns you. Look, they're giving me 60 damage there. But with Juggernaut and with my Chopintu, we're destroying them. At this point in the game, Juggernaut's still pretty broken, pretty busted, pretty goated with the sauce, right? It's got amazing Riz. So we're going to keep using Juggernaut when we're going to fight some monsters that we think are really difficult here. I'm going to try all these barrels just to make sure there's nothing hidden behind them, right? I wouldn't want to miss an item. And as we're going through, and again, this is a part 2 of voiceover series. So this is not the original audio. Sorry if you realize the audio is missing. Uh, that's mostly because when I downloaded it for whatever reason, oh, Journal Chapter 3, Number 8, the audio disappeared. So I had to download Premiere Pro, not a sponsor. Good day to you, madam. Are we still on the right road to Orin? Yes, just stay on the beaten path and watch for the stone markers. They're easy to spot. I gather you're not familiar with the gorge. Be warned, many of the canyons are dead ends and infested with moorlets. Be careful of their tail stings. It inflicts mild poison that will slow you down, your reactions, and make you easy prey. Yes, Tahir and I have encountered them. Thank you for the warning and travel safely. It's good luck with that gold tier gave us this potion for moorlet stings. Hopefully I don't go forward. Hopefully I come back and check that area. Oh, I went forward. Oh no. But like I was saying, so not a sponsored video, but I downloaded Premiere Pro Trial so I could do voice audio on this, mostly because I lost the audio in my actual game. So you're not going to hear, "Greetings, warriors. You look battle weary. Let me heal you. I feel completely restored." As do I. How'd you do that? The power of white magic, most beneficial to warriors. It will heal even the most severe wounds. Tell me about what spells are. The first white spell is Heal. A white glow surrounds you. The next white spell is Healing Mist, which will cover an area and provide healing for those that are around. White Fire calls a beam of hot white light, engulfing your target in light that's burning them. Revive will restore your friends from unconsciousness. Restore mana will transfer magical energy from the caster to a friendly target. As with all spells, they say that every time. Sell me a white orb, right? And this is where I make a mistake. He said, "You warriors have brains." I should have bought multiple white orbs. Those are goated with the sauce. Literally the best orb in the game. But so if you don't hear any audio, that's why I'm doing a voiceover after the fact. So if I already know some things about this video that I in real life here don't know because I haven't gotten there. Oh, he's gonna be back in Whitewater Gorge. I can always buy a white orb later. I gotta go back anyways. All right, we get the journal chapter 9 here, and looks like there's another moorlet egg, right? Number 8. And look at the beautiful scenery. Birds flying, desert sand, rocks sticking out, poorly pixelated. Journal number 10. We're going to take that 500 PP level up to here to a veteran. Nice. Colder, I may be so bold. You look like a pair of adventurers who might be interested in buying things. I'm a Colder, a merchant. I peddle weapons and armor. Recently, I purchased a large shipment, including some of Bryn's finest weapons. They were on their way and they got ambushed. But my caravan was attacked by shadow spawn. They lost everything into the twisting depths. Why should this interest us? But nothing that can compare to the one with the dragon's dawn. It's unspeakably powerful. Someday, have Riffin tell you the full story of the dragon's ordeals. You should know, but no time for that for now. If you recover my lost shipment of weapons, 12 in all, I would trade them all for the dragon's dawn. Trust me, it is worth your while. We make no promises, but we'll see what we can do. Oh man, another collectible quest. And I'm not even going to be able to find these ones till later because they're in the twisting depths. So I have to backtrack to Orin to get the silver acorns, 9 moorlet eggs. I have to go back to Dagon to get the frogs and the journals, right? Got to come back through here to get those uh, weapon shipments. So I have a lot of collectible stacking here. And I just keep getting more and more. And here's another quest here. You look like a man in need of help. Yes, yes, I am. My master Yuke sent me to deliver a magnificent Cimmerian brooch to a man in Pilgrim's Hatch, but it has been stolen by rat sprays, annoying, miserable little creatures that live within the caves and tunnels at the end of this gorge. They use their piping squeaks to confuse your senses while they steal any trinkets you carry. I have no protection from the sound, so I am helpless. I beg of you, find the brooch for me. I cannot return to Yuke in failure. He would have my hide. We will see what we can do. Perhaps you can help us with information in return. We are seeking the lair of a bogger. I've never seen one, thank the weird, although it's rumored that one lives in the caves deep in the canyons that lie close to Gargoyle Bridge. You cannot miss it, it's directly off the main path on the route to Orin. I beg you find that brooch for me. What? He must be the unluckiest merchant of all time, because I'm pretty sure that's the same guy that lost his silver eggs, or the silver acorns, right? So he's been attacked, he's got his ears attacked, he's lost acorns, he's lost brooches. What a poor merchant. Maybe he should change businesses. Maybe he should do like insurance or like something like that. Something less dangerous where he's less likely going to get ambushed and lose all his goods. As you can see, these moorlets attack pretty fast, right? And they slow you down when they attack you. So it takes longer to get your attacks out. But unless they're in big groups, they're not super dangerous, right? I mean, they could be. Ooh, 500 PP. I would imagine, I mean, it would be a cool mechanic, right? If the more moorlet eggs you got, the more aggressive they became, and like the more furiously they attacked you, and the more they came in like groups, like they should be able to tell that I'm carrying the moorlet eggs, right? Or maybe it's the type of thing like with a lion and their pride, they don't care about other cubs, and they even kill or like eat the cubs from another male. According to the courier, this is not how we get there. Forgive me. I know the ghost is bothering you. Sorry, I went through the text so fast here. I don't know how I even read that. So if you really want to read it, that's the gist I gave you. Go back and pause it. If not, just trust me. This is not the intended route. This is for the side quest with the brooch. So I'm gonna go explore down here because, like I said, I'm not a completionist, but I like to see what's going on at least. Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the videos. The Legend of Alon Dar content, goated, right? But I got a couple other videos in the mix here working up, so I'm probably gonna keep dropping some Alon Dar. I try and do it 3 times a week. That way, you guys, if you enjoy watching them, you can get your daily fix. But I'm gonna also start doing some other games. I might be doing some real-time strategy Sunday, dropping some Age of Mythology content on Sundays. That way, you guys get something a little bit different and learn a little bit about history in the making. But if you guys want any specific videos, as always, leave a comment and tell me why. Make sure you drop a like too. That way it boosts it up in the YouTube algorithm. The videos are getting some pretty decent views, especially because I'm pretty much brand new at this. And I thank you guys all for watching. You guys know who you are, the loyal fans. Um, but if you guys could do a little bit to interact with the YouTube algorithm through likes and comments, I would love that. But at the end of the day, even if you don't, I'm gonna keep making the videos for the few people that enjoy them. All right, let's get back out there. Let's find this brooch here. Okay, there's a bunch of rocks here. Yep, lurkers. Oh, there's only one. Oh, there we go. There's my orb of healing. We busted it out. All right, punch, punch, punch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. So the problem with using the orb is it moves my weapon all the way back down to where my orb is. So I got to scroll through if I don't have it properly set up. And I don't think that I had set it up properly. Yeah, I'm not going to fix it either, it looks like. Oh, maybe I am. I don't even know why I keep the Orb of Tears with to here, right? He doesn't really have. I mean, the Orb of Tears doesn't really have that many great spells. It's like the first one that you get, so ooh, we're powering up to here a little bit. It's gonna make him extremely stronger. Those points. Oh, let's see. I kind of want to see him get a chop in. Those points that you put in make a big difference. It's always weird to see Jarek retransform back from the Juggernaut, right? Like he became this huge monster with all his weapons and items disappearing, and then all of a sudden, like he's just a normal guy again, right? What's to stop him from staying as a Juggernaut? Like, is it a willpower? Is it a mana thing? Does he not want to lose control? Like, if it was me, I'd just walk around as a Juggernaut. Like in this entire area, what's stopping you? There's not a lot of humans over here. It looks like there's a bunch of monsters. All right, let's see our new chop into here. Oh, it's 66. Oh, that's disappointing. But then again, these moorlets have like defense against everything. 74. But as you can see, my punches still do the most damage with the fastest cooldown. I wish I could upgrade Juggernaut. That way it would be better. But with just the two of us here, just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us. The Juggernaut is good. Uh-oh. That's probably a changeling, right? And they attack me while my back is turned. Cowards. I wonder why he was hiding behind the rock. If he was not going to ambush me. If he was just going to like hide behind the rock. 150 damage. 172. Okay, that's a lot of damage. It's just those moorlets. They're like immune to everything. So giving them damage is difficult other than with like blunt force apparently. Man, I still can't believe they attacked me with my back turned. You think that they would have like a better way of attacking me if I wasn't paying attention? Or pretend to join up with me, right? That way they could sneak attack me while we were fighting. But those changelings aren't that smart. The only advantage they have is you don't know who's a changeling and who's not. But in their like changeling form, they're not very strong. Oh look, we found one of these oh, journal chapter 3. We found one of these overlooking the river houses. That's prime real estate, baby. It's free real estate. Those are both two good memes. Internet Historian 2023 archiving all the memes. You guys are lucky you get to see it. Alright, as we're going through here, it looks like there's a big wall right there. What do you make of this place to here? It looks like an ancient, yet I feel ancient power. I know not. However, I've heard of sacred groves or spirit of the old ones pass judgment on those that enter. Well, we have no ill will in our heart. Let's check it out. Yeah, see, there's a big giant door here. The faint red aura in the rock is magical and must be attuned. It needs a key. So this is what he was talking about, this ancient sacred grove. So you walk in, and the trees heal you. It's kind of a cool little like checkpoint here. We're right to trust. Our health and magical powers have been fully recovered. But if you're not careful, you could just keep stepping in it over and over, and you just keep healing and you get the cutscene again and again. It's a little frustrating. But hey, it's nice to have that little checkpoint there, right? Because unbeknownst to you guys, me having future insight, having seen all this, I know what happens. There's a long way to go with nothing really in between. High pitched noise, it makes my head spin. I can hardly think. It must be the rat sprays. I cannot endure this sound. And then it forces me back. Without some form of magical protection, I cannot pass. I don't know why I just can't shoot an arrow. I better wait here for the rest of the party. Oh yeah, this is the tricky part. Like you gotta go back into the party, switch over to here, make him leave. Pellamon was right. We have to find some form of magical protection before we can pass. Yeah, see, Tahir still doesn't want to leave. It's because this is like a single part. So I'm going to have to run him out, then run Jarek back. But if I had this ability before, right, to split the party, how come I couldn't do it in Dagon with the swamps? Because Tahir specifically has an ability that allows him to pass through noxious smoke, right? And they put noxious smoke everywhere in the swamp. And if I had the ability to um, split the party, why couldn't I do it then? I know they were still forming an alliance and trust building, and they didn't want to split up that way, but I mean, it just seems like it's lazy writing. You give me this guy that can pass through noxious gas, and the first thing I want to do is pass through noxious gas, and you don't tell me you can split the party or that he can go through, right? What's the point of even giving it to him then? And a beautiful view of the river. They should have put a fishing game in here. All great games have fishing games, right? Breath of the Wild, Skyrim. That sounds like it, right? I don't think there's any other great games with fishing. If there are, leave a comment, because I'm totally forgetting. Splinter Cell. Why am I using my fire orb? Oh, maybe I'm trying to see. Oh my god, that just. No, that was the chop into that burned him, right? Yeah. I was gonna say, there's no way that was my fire orb. Yeah. So I wanted to max out on fire with Jarek, but as I'm coming to find, it's just so much better to use your these. Do you see now that these changelings are a menace? Yes, I'm convinced that it was not Lord Grandar who attacked my village. I'm still not convinced. If only we had some better way of revealing them. I doubt that in their true monster form they appear stronger and more powerful. Yeah, that's true, but they would not be able to use weapons or magic. So there's the dilemma. Do we reveal them and show their true form where they become more powerful? Or do we be deceived by them and get stabbed in the back? Moorlet egg, number 11. Cactus flowers. You need to wait a little bit while longer. See, the thing about the cactus flowers is they're super nice, but in this area, there's no salespeople, right? There's no one to interact with. So your inventory fills up so quick. Journal chapter 12. Because there's going to be an area with a ton of chests, right? And there's flower spikes here. So there's two different flowers you can collect. There's a bunch of items, and there's no way to get rid of them. So that's going to be a problem that hurts my heart here is getting rid of these items and having nothing to do with it. I hate throwing away items for nothing. It feels bad, man. Oh, there's a saving point. And whenever you see a saving point, make sure you save because you don't want to get killed and have to reset all of your forward progress for nothing, right? And luckily they give you plenty of saving points here. But I understand like the idea of fixed saving points, like you don't want to give the people too many abilities like save states, right? You don't want to give them too much opportunity to just save before a battle And if they lose, like let them go back. Players will play much riskier then because there's really no penalty. But what about if I've been traveling for like let's say a good 10, 15 minutes and I can't find a saving point, moral egg number 12, and I gotta go, right? All of a sudden, do I have to leave my game on? Do I have to like just forfeit that progress? So I understand the system, but I think it's flawed. It'd be nice if they had given you like an ability to quick save, right? Or if they had given you like what about if a game gives you a couple like free saves that you could save in the start menu? I feel like that'd be a decent solution because then you can't abuse it. Like you get 3 free saves, you can't abuse it because you only get a couple of them, and you can use them for emergencies. But if you needed to save and go, like not a big problem. Oh, I cracked his bones. It's kind of cool. Crush him. If I was from a country, it'd be Crussia because I crushed him. And we're both veterans. Level 5. Ooh, Ancient Scroll number 4. But as we know, the Ancient Scrolls, kind of cock-a-doo-doo. All they give you is knowledge, right? I know they say knowledge is power, but in this game, I'd rather have the other journals that give me PP, or I don't actually know what the journals do when you find them. I don't think I've ever completed a set. I don't know if you get some like spell or some kind of something cool. So we're gonna have to find out when we collect the full set. Punch them, crunch them, chop into them. We ain't losing to any moorlets. It's crazy how my Juggernaut gives basically double Tahir's damage, right? And Tahir, uh, I pretty much max his damage on his chop into. So I think this game tried to do the like armor and weapon system. I don't think they did an amazing job at it, but it's still an early game, so it's a PlayStation 2 era game. Moorlet egg, moorlet egg. How kind of them to give me two right in the same area. So I think they did their best effort to do that. I don't think it was done super well, especially because as we've demonstrated, you could just kind of force with a really strong weapon. Like I can kill the lurkers much easier with my powered up two-handed. If you look through there, that's right where I was with the screaming rats. That's the backtrack. Every time I look at those little portholes, they throw me off, and I get confused because the angle's weird, and you're like, wow, did I just come from there? That looks familiar. There's a chest down there. Oh wait, I came from there. Journal chapter 3, 13. But I'm glad that playing video games for so many years of my life, right? Basically my entire life has given me the ability to have like an innate sense of direction in these games where I can know where I've been, where I haven't been, where I need to check. Like it'd be nice if this game had a mini map. I could see why they don't give you one. I mean, now that I think about it, this game does have a kind of Metroidvania type of feel, right? Interconnected levels. You can't go certain places without certain abilities. Um, you power up and get new abilities as you progress through that help you out in the game. It's kind of Metroidvania-esque, mostly because of the interconnected world. like how you can go through and basically reach anything from anywhere. But then they also have the teleport system. Well, I guess Metroidvania is like greatest Metroidvania of all time, Symphony of the Night, right? They have teleporters. So I don't think teleporters in and of themselves make it a non-Metroidvania. You know what? Controversial opinion. Legend of Alon Dar 2, Metroidvania. Debate me on it. Tell me why it's not. Interconnected levels. You get abilities as you progress that help you go back and find other items and unlock other areas you haven't been. Why isn't it a Metroidvania? At this point, we're just throwing away items that we don't need. You don't need that, my man. You don't need that. And we see some gargoyles. And I haven't fought any yet, so I'm like, wow, are these tough? Are these hard? Let's alright, obviously chopping him didn't give that much damage. 59, 57. Let's try our trusty chop into, right? 58. I don't even see how much he did. Let's go back to Juggernaut. 36, 38. That's not a lot. 56, 118. See, at this point, Juggernaut is still goaded. 124. So I can't not use Juggernaut when I'm fighting a really hard monster because it's just so much better. And if I take damage with the Juggernaut, the health just gets healed afterwards, right? And the area they were protecting, right? Looks like another save point. That was a quick saving point. I wonder if there's something I don't remember really dangerous up ahead, but they would feel the need to give me um, such a close checkpoint or healing saving area. I don't recall. No journal, chapter 3, number 14. Maybe one day I'll be able to find all the journals. Maybe one day. So as you're going through here, since it's a desert, you can see that the land is pretty sparse as opposed to the Dagani land, which was like trees and animals. This is just rocks and palm trees, cactuses, and spike flowers. It's a much more like wasteland style. It's probably really hot. Like it'd be cool if they put that little effect where you know how like when you look in the distance in the heat, you get it's like the mirage type effect where you see something that's not there and your whole vision just kind of like wiggles a little bit. Hopefully I'm not the only one that sees that. Hopefully that's not just me having a stroke or something. But when you look off in the distance, especially when you're driving on the road, like the sun reflects off the road and makes it look like there's water in the distance. I feel like for this era of gaming, what journal chapter 3? Uh they should have been able to pull off something like that, right? A little mirage effect or put a little oasis in here, like a nice big pool of water. Hey, hopefully you guys are all hydrating up too. Don't forget, water's the most important thing for you. So many health benefits. They're just gonna keep sending single lurkers at me. I'm just gonna keep two-tapping them. I think this is just a battle of attrition at this point, where they're trying to make me use up my items. A weaker man, not as trained up, might struggle fighting 5 lurkers in a row, 6 lurkers in a row. I will not, because I'll just chop them. I wonder how much damage I would do if I had a big hammer and had it maxed out and hit them. Because hammers are like the best weapons against those guys. You crack their little turtle shell as opposed to my edged weapons. Oh, now this guy decides to pop up, right? I already passed you. We're gonna pop up after you just watched me murder your entire friends. All your friends and family. Gone. Maybe he didn't want to live anymore after seeing how I treated everybody else. Alright, let's get rid of a potion here, right? A wither potion. Just to make some space. Because I feel bad discarding them. Technically, if you discard it, you're losing resources, right? Whereas if you're using it, you're not. Get him. Get him. There you go. There's quite a few of these guys blocking this chest. There's got to be something spicy in here, right? 4 moorlets. It's pretty strong. But we prevail through the power of friendship. Believe it. I'll take a moorlet egg also, number 15. And amulet of silence, archer's bow, studded armor. Easy. Get rid of that wither potion. Yes. So that amulet of silence that we're gonna use, that's what we're gonna need to get past those little rat monsters. And it automatically equips, which is nice. And looks like we got a better armor, studded coat. Now we can match what to here, besties. Wow, what a great description. Amulet of silence. Amulet. They did not put a lot of effort into that one. Okay, and this is, I think, where I make a giant mistake. Probably the greatest mistake any Alon Dar player has ever made in the history of Alon Dar. And you're going to see towards the end of the video why. Just remember this moment. Remember the big mistake I made and see if you guys can figure out why. But I'll reveal that towards the end here. Alright, let's keep on going back. Now we know we got that amulet of silence, right? So we're gonna have to go through and help that guy get his brooch. Hopefully get a nice little reward from that quest. Actually finish a quest. That'd be nice. And let's make sure we go the right way. Oh man, just realized it was a double mistake. I'll give you guys a hint. I usually give you this advice every time you get the opportunity. And I didn't take my own advice. It was a big fail, right? Okay, there shouldn't be any enemies because we've already cleared this whole place out. So, we've already aired it all out. No more moorlets, no more changelings. So let's go through. Let's look at this bow here. The bows kind of aren't that great, right? We haven't found any bows yet that are actually worth our time. attacking from range hasn't really been that effective. Granted, I mean, it's effective against us, but it doesn't seem to be giving a lot of damage to enemies. According to the courier, we have to go the other way. Forgive me, I know how powerful the effect of your brother's ghost is on you. Sorry to hear, but there's quests to be done. We need to get through, find our enemies, and destroy them. We're gonna bypass all this stuff because we've already been here. There's a chest. This is where we fought the changelings that hid behind the rocks. Hey, hopefully you guys are all having a great day, by the way. If you're not, find something that you're gonna do that makes you happy and do that. Get the little bit of dopamine and serotonin that you need for the day to keep on pushing through. Alright, now that Jarek has this amulet, only one of us can use the amulet, so we must choose who's gonna go through. Jarek already has the amulet, so he's gonna go. I wish I could just stomp on those little monsters, right? Or those little rats. Like, put people out of their misery. If they're stealing things from people, they're a menace. Camarian brooch and a red key. I hope you guys remember that we found a wall recently where you need to use the red key. See, I try and stomp on them. Doesn't work. If those guys are such a menace to society, I should have just taken them out. I'm gonna have to bring Tahir back with me here. Come on, Tahir. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Pocket sand. Better wait for the rest of the party. I tried that. Yeah, it was kind of jank here, trying to get the two of them back together. But here I learned you can make Tahir the leader of the party, right? I'm pretty sure maybe it was later where I learned, but I know that you can actually beat Tahir and have Jarek play second fiddle while Tahir leads the party. Alright, let's go through and cleanse our hearts again. Boost us up, give us some health and regeneration, because we're going to go through that red door there. Now that we have the red key. Alright, let's see what's on the other side of this red door. Open up door number 1, contestant. Oh, what do you know? Changelings. Let's get them. And they're just human changelings, so they're not that difficult. It's like the human ones are the weakest. The Saroja ones are pretty tough. The Dagani ones are in between human and Sarojan. And the Camarian ones are about the same as the humans. It's pretty crazy how all these races can live like coincide with each other, right? They're totally different, but they're able to trade and work together. Blue key. And I see another door here. I wonder if this is where we use the blue key. And it is. Alright, there's a lot of moorlets it looks like, right? Let's make the tactical decision. Let's heal. Right, better safe than sorry. It looks like it's going to be a tough battle. Maybe not. Maybe I decided not to heal. Well, at least let's equip to here with some items here, right? That way we can get into it. You don't need that, my man. You don't need that. Alright. And this is where you guys are going to find out how I messed up and how I didn't take my own advice. It's coming. It's coming. Alright, a little bit of inventory management. Healing miss sucks. It's not good. You get 5. Where the actual healing, you get 100. And if you improve it, it improves in increments of 100. But the Orb of Healing is like the best orb you can get. It's probably the best item you can get. Alright, let's get into it. Let's battle. And like I said, the targeting system here is atrocious, right? It's terrible. So as I'm going through here, apparently I targeted the Changeling, and both of my guys are just getting pelted from other Changelings in the distance. And it really showcases how powerful they are. Come on, Tahir, use a potion. I use a magic potion, oh no! Tahir goes down, right? And as Juggernaut, I don't have any healing items. Oh, thank goodness. And I targeted another changeling that's very far away. I'm getting pelted. And the AI decides to walk me to the wall, right? I can attack through the wall apparently, but I'm totally dead. And I passed 2 saving points where I totally could have saved. But this is where I ended the video. If you're going to want to see if I can overcome this, you're going to have to check out the next one. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next one. Adios.